The Warehouse Group has crashed and burned to $1.70, around $1.70, was above $3 just a few months ago. What should you do? Should you buy the Warehouse Group? Is it a value trap or a value deal? Let's talk about it right here at Financial Guru. Yes, the Warehouse Group is a New Zealand stock. If you want to get on the New Zealand X and buy it, do it responsibly. This is not financial advice. Remember to do your own research before you invest in any stock. So the Warehouse Group, what is doing with the Warehouse Group? Absolutely shocking. The price has just gone down. They're crashing and burning. Obviously, the sales of the Warehouse Group have dropped dramatically, below around 50%. But is there some positives? Wow, what can you do? Noel Leemings, okay, this is one of the Warehouse Group's holdings with the Warehouse. Is celebrating 50 years in New Zealand. Noel Leemings been around for a long time, obviously 50 years, but are they really delivering what is needed? Because there's a lot of competitive pressure out there, with Harvey Norman being one of the biggest takeaways in New Zealand. They really have taken over the show in terms of that sort of department. So Noel Leemings has been going okay. What other positives have we got here? The Warehouse has launched its own butter, to make life easier for Kiwis on lower wages. So that's something positive for the Warehouse Group. But what can the Warehouse Group do? What is happening there? What can they actually do themselves now? The Warehouse is struggling with not enough people buying their items. Well, get better items, because Kmart is not having the same issue and everyone's just going to Kmart. There's obviously competitive pressure there as well. That's why we're seeing a bit of struggles there with the Warehouse. But the Warehouse has been around since 1982 and has been talked about as everyday low prices. But since Kmart is becoming more and more frequent in around, it's making pressure on the Warehouse Group to continue. So the Warehouse Group obviously have to improve sales. They need to improve their products. What are the right products they need, that New Zealanders need, to get them in the store is a big key. The Warehouse Stationery is another chain under the Warehouse for all your stationery needs. This has proven to be a pretty successful company out of all the ones under the Warehouse Group. So this is where we've been driving quite a bit of the profits. Torpedo 7 is a top outdoor adventure store, selling anything from bikes to outdoor gear, everything in between. And one of the other successful properties is the oneday.co.nz. This is New Zealand's largest daily deal website with a lot of bargains to buy from the market quickly, which has been something One Day have done for quite a while in New Zealand, and you can always find decent bargains on some of your favourite items where the consumer market. And the market is an e-commerce marketplace that has launched. It offers Kiwis the world's best local, international and niche brands when shopping online. Now, I've used the market a little bit. To me, it's not the greatest product, and when you got competition like eBay, Amazon, they're just not going to compete, even though we haven't really seen big things in Amazon in New Zealand yet, but that is coming, I'm sure. The market, it's okay when New Zealand have their own place as well, like Trade Me to South Australia. The market's a little bit different to that, but yeah, there's a lot of work to do for the Warehouse Group to get themselves to more profitability. What can the Warehouse Group, what's the options here for the Warehouse Group? They clearly got to get their big business going. They really got to find a way to make the Warehouse profitable again, because at the moment they're just not profitable, and the stock price could go down lower could go down lower and going into the future. Yeah, so finding the right products that New Zealanders want. That's the key for the warehouse group. They really need to find what New Zealanders want. Do they also expand to Australia? Is that an opportunity? Can they compete? That's going to be another question. Can they compete with what's happening out there? To me, the warehouse group needs to look at the future. Where is the future? Obviously, they warehouse sell pretty much for people out there. It's similar to Kmart, Walmart. That's the sort of industry they're in. They sell everything from food. Not that food's a big thing there, but they do sell a bit of food, to electronics, to homeware, to clothing, of course, kids' toys, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, they have been struggling, and at $1.70 to me, it's probably a fair value. I think if you really want great value, or you want it did jump up to a $1.76 by the end of trading on Friday. So that's a positive, because it has been struggling for a while, for the last 3 months or so. But where does the stock value at? Yeah, so I was hoping it was going to go down to $1. If it went to $1, I would have been going, yahoo! To me, it's probably fair value is about $2. So I'm gonna put it out there and say $2 is about its good value at the moment. They'll have to do a lot of improving to get themselves really, really up the scale. To me, when you got someone like Harvey Norman at $3.48 in Australia, really they need to do some. The interesting thing is the dividend. There's been issues around the dividend. If the dividend's going to continue to get paid, there's talk that it was going to get scrapped. So that's another issue here for dividend, that they were going to stop it for a little while. So that's going to be an issue, obviously, if they don't pay the dividend. And you'd hope they'll just continue to pay the dividend and keep everything going rosy, but there's no guarantee of that. So yeah, and the yearly range was up as $3.75, the warehouse. So at me, a market cap of 600 million roughly. Can it get back to 100 mil? So that $3 mark? Yes. Probably a long wait though, if you're really looking to buy into warehouse stationery. To me, I am an investor, fully exposed on. I am an investor into the warehouse group. It's not a big play for me at all. Being totally honest, it's a very small play, but I had to invest into my home country initially, so I had to invest in some of them, and I liked it as a dividend play more than anything else. But that is an issue going forward if they're not going to pay a dividend, or that's a big issue for a lot of people, and that's why they are selling out. But if the dividend does come back and continue, then the warehouse group will be solid to buy. But yeah, to me, I think you want to get $1.50 if you can. If you want to get it for bargain price, this price is fair value. I expect it to go up to $3, but it could take a good 3 to 5 years before that happens again. So it's not going to be a game changer. That's one thing I guarantee. It's not going to be a game changer, the stock at all. But could be worth a little bit in there, but not financial advice. Do your own research before you invest into any stock. Thank you for joining me here at Financial Guru. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will have plenty more videos for you soon.